Guess who? That's right, it's the Pandaman himself, back for another episode, and you can tell by the title and thumbnail, who is the Pandaman? Yes, today I will be explaining, who is the Pandaman? Where did I come from? What do I stand for? What am I about? Where am I going? There's a lot to unpack. Sit back, enjoy yourself. I'm gonna explain some things. I'm gonna give you some visuals. The Pandaman himself. Thank you for checking into the episode. City. Oh man, I haven't played it so long. The handles are still clean. So, before we get into it, so a couple things you gotta know. A, I'm here at a park in Virginia. That's right, Virginia, USA. That's my home, Fredericksburg, Virginia, to be exact. It's not a lot coming out of Fredericksburg. There's some things. We got some Super Bowl champions that played on the team. With the Ravens, with the Broncos. You know, we got a lot of athletes, a lot of pro athletes that come out of here. But yeah, specifically Fredericksburg, Stafford County, Spotsylvania County, King George is close enough. Yeah, Virginia. So anyway, my name is the Pandaman. My name is Ralph K. Okay, my name is Ralph K. I am the Pandaman. Why do I go by Pandaman? It's very simple. I like pandas. I like pandas. But besides that, I had an acronym that I was playing with a long time ago. I had a brand name called Psycho Panda. And I was growing that brand really spectacularly. Shout out to Stephanie Pierce. You know, I was in Nordstrom. I was selling in Nordstrom. Shout out to Stephanie Pierce. She was a store manager in Nordstrom. And she put me in. You know, I had a pop-up shop, a huge one. Did phenomenal. The brand was growing ever so greatly. And then somebody in Washington, D.C. decided to plagiarize my mark. Can you believe that? Tried to plagiarize my trademark, and I was selling at sneaker cons and a lot of places, and you know that turned into a lot of online sales, a lot of in-person sales, and the brand was growing. But I still had a small little thing, like I don't want psycho in the name. Like a Psycho Panda is more of a comic story explaining this panda named Saipan Choda, and he had these powers, and they called him Psycho Panda out of a conspiracy, but it still was like, dang, I don't want psycho in the name. So at that time, it was a few years ago, I kind of got out of that name and I changed it and I made it the Panda Arts Company. That's right here, Panda Arts Co. That's how I started the brand name. That's how I started doing things a little differently, getting focused towards art. And yeah, we grew from there. Yeah, I like that. My guy Mark, almost Magic Bullet Skateboards, just walked by. Anyway, back to the story. Why am I dribbling this? Why do I say I used to do this? Because I went to college on scholarship. Not a crazy large college, okay? I went to a Davis and Elkins University. It's in West Virginia. Had a lot of good fun there. It's a D2 school. After college, I went to school in upstate New York to a JUCO. Shout out to SUNY Morrisville State University of New York. And we were close to Syracuse University. We used to play with those guys all the time. It was a fun time, you know. But at a certain point, I was like, you know what? There's a major story I have. I'm gonna tell the story. I ended up playing basketball during the summer while the NBA players were kind of off, and Virginia Union University, and some major players were there. Allen Iverson was there. Larry Hughes was there. Ben Wallace. Ben Wallace was kind of the one hosting the gym. He went to school at Union. Charles Oakley. Some players, Del Curry, it was some players there. And I remember after playing that summer, and I was doing good. Guys were like, yo, where's the K guy? And I'd come back and I played real hard. And they always called me little man. Now keep in mind, I'm 6'4". I'm 6'4" right now. I'm 6'4", probably closer to 6'5", but they called me little man. And everybody there was huge, 7 feet. And you know, guys could reach up and put their hand on the rim and they're not jumping. They're just standing there. So it turned into a situation where I had to learn really quick. But after that summer, seeing some of that athleticism that's in the NBA, just we're just practicing, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can make it to the league. It was a weird realization. You know, I was like, yeah, I don't think I can make it. It just, you know, you feel like your talent is gonna run out. Like, yeah, these guys are doing stuff I can't even imagine. So anyway, I wasn't heartbroken by it. I was just like, okay, that's a different thing. So I transitioned real quick, but I still stayed active playing ball. But I used to do this at a high level. And I still feel like I could play a little bit. You know, I played in a couple little leagues. Look at some of these chips right here. Let me show you a couple things I was doing.
Come on, Psycho Panda, you better not miss this shit.
Anyway, keep moving forward. My cousin is in college. Shout out to Rush Baby, Gerard Brooks. And we started a rap group. Here we go. We're about to rap now. Now, I feel like rap was probably a skill. I had a very high skill rap, but I didn't know what to do with it. You kind of like, I rap, but we're in Virginia. There's no labels. I don't even know if I really want to get on. I'm just nice. Everyone that is around is like, they're hearing these lyrics. They're like, who is this guy? And, you know, people want to work with you and all this stuff. But my cousin that was really, you know, more of his cultivating. Like, let's start this thing. Let's make this group. And we had a group named Northern Southerners. Go Google Northern Southerners. We had a song we did with Bruce Springsteen. We didn't do it with him. We had a sample of one of his records. That was by Manfred Mann, Blinded by the Light. Blinded by the Light was on the radio in DC. We're getting big play. We're at all the nightclubs. We're handing out at that time CDs. We're going hard in the paint. We're going the hardest we can go. And came to a situation where we probably could have signed this deal with a manager. Won't mention her name, but I thought she was great. And we just decided collectively not to do it, which kind of brought our music industry to a halt. At the time now, she's managing Trey Songz. She's managing, road managing, and doing some other things with Big Sean, Chris Brown, Missy Elliott. She's out there. I mean, she's doing the most. Shout out to Latin Prince too. Latin Prince held us down. He came and visited us. He's a big DJ. He had a big DJ group at that time called the Bum Squad. And yeah, we were getting some headway in New York, DC, and it kind of just came to a halt real quick. But here's some Northern Southerner stuff that you can check out. More stuff. Just again, go Google Northern Southerners. You'll see what I'm talking about. So here I am thinking there's two things that I was majorly pretty good at and probably should have taken off. I might have been a different path in my life right now. And then there comes the Pandaman himself. Now, starting the clothing brand after leaving the rap situation, it kind of, I decided to move to where I am now, Panda Arts Co. Now, Panda is more of an acronym. Plan and never doubt again. That's right, plan and never doubt again. If I'm giving advice to somebody right now, just like I've heard from many other people, very successful, so you plan it and don't doubt, just go. Even biblically, yes, I'm a man of the Lord. I love the Lord. I love the Holy Spirit. I love God. Plan and never doubt again. Even the Bible specifically gives ways to say, hey, don't doubt. You doubt, you're gonna lose. If you doubt, you already lost in whatever you're doing. So plan and never doubt again. That's me moving forward. Panda Arts Co. Plan and never doubt again. Arts company. So what do we make? We make things like this hoodie. Health is wealth. We make hats. This is my boy John, the Oak Club. We're starting a cookie company. That's right. That's how a lot of you know me right now. I make cookies. If you've seen the last vlog, you can see the cookie space that we're currently working on. Panda Co. Cookies is probably my best skill to date. And it's a good thing, and I'll tell you why. Basketball has a timeline, okay? Even players, they retire, they get out. A lot of these players still work because, you know, oddly, they've made millions upon millions of dollars. And they still get out and work. And I guess it's good to stay active and working in the announcer space and different charity events, and they still work. They're active in the communities, which they should be, right? Clothing brands also have a timeline. By the time brands really get well known, they're kind of starting to decline. I mean, you see major brands even today, they go out of business. We've seen 100 denim brands just fold up and they're nothing anymore. A lot of the youngins, there's a lot of people probably watching this vlog, 14, 15, they haven't seen much of that. They still wear a lot of Amiri and Kasubi jeans, well known. During those Jay-Z early days, there's a brand called Evisu. It's probably still big in Japan. Evisu, well known. It's just not really a thing unless you know in the US. Jabro went out of business, I guess. Some major brands. So clothing also has a shelf life. Now, I fall into cookies as a joke.
Bruh.
That's right, it was a joke. Now, I worked a job at a federal government, a federal facility. I'm not gonna name them, okay? But I worked there, and for quite a few years. And during that time, I started selling cookies, and it came from me getting a chocolate chip walnut cookie out of a giant grocery store, and I couldn't get it again. They just kind of discontinued it. It was a chocolate chip walnut cookie. Then I started Googling and trying to find, where can I get this daggone cookie? I need a chocolate chip walnut. And I couldn't find it in any store. I'm in New York, I'm everywhere, I can't find it. So I finally asked every woman in my building, can you make me a chocolate chip walnut cookie out of your oven? And I kept getting the same response. And these are really affluent women, okay? Meaning these women have money. They have amazing jobs. They're judges, lawyers, they're federal judges, federal lawyers, federal liaisons. These people are running departments. I was like, hey, can you make me these cookies? And the answer was always, boy, I don't cook. I opened my oven the first time after 7 years and there was a box in it. I'm like, bro, what in the world? So I said I was gonna write this book, which you'll find out soon enough by name. I'm gonna try to release that book before this summer. So in the midst of doing so, I started making cookies, and the cookies were selling absurdly. And I wasn't trying to sell them for profit. I didn't know if it was even a profitable business. But once I started making them, I started seeing, okay, there is a market for these, and maybe I should give this a shot. And upon thinking about it, just like the other businesses have a timeline, this one kind of doesn't. Oreos has been around forever. Coca-Cola's been around forever. I can't think of a cookie brand that is like went out of business, especially one selling shelf goods. And yeah, so I was like, okay, this might be a good business model. It attacks any age group. It attacks any demographic. And if you do it the right way and make a quality product that you believe in, then, and I love cookies, I think it'll work. So I began honing my skills and becoming, I think now I'm a pro level baker. I want to attempt one day. I mean, this is bold statements. They say you got to think boldly. You got to say it boldly. Fine, I'm going to say it boldly. I want to be in a Michelin guide. It sounds crazy. Random dude, ex-basketball rapper from Fredericksburg, Virginia. He's in the Michelin guide for cookies? Yes, he's in the Michelin guide for cookies. And I've made some recipes now from absolute scratch that don't exist. They don't exist. And I have it so plug and play that the hope is once we open these store and we move forward, that it'll be just a flawless transition to grow bigger and grow exponentially. I have 5 ways I plan on selling this product, and I'm excited about the progress of it. You know, that the fact that I made it, there's no help, there's no extra someone behind me like, giving you advice. There's no mentor, there's no nothing. There is a little bit of YouTube, little bit of understanding. Now I got one little, shout out to one of my cousins, gave me a little tip, and that one little tip helped me with finalizing how this product is supposed to turn out. So I'm excited now. I got many flavors, so many flavors. The brown butter is crazy. The lemon snickerdoodle is insane. And you can order, if you follow my Instagram, Panda Cookies, you can order the illest cookies you've ever had. Now, going into the cookie space, since we're discussing who is the Panda Man, now, today, I'm a pro baker. That's right, I'm a pro baker. I got my ServSafe, managerial, so I can manage people in the store. So that was a big step for me, okay? I never seen myself in that position, okay? Go to Panda Cookies and Panda Arts Company and on Instagram and follow your boy. Follow me, communicate. I post the menus so you can place orders. I ship during the week. I have pop-up shops every week here in Fredericksburg, Virginia at Spotsylvania Town Center. Shout out to One of One. Shout out to Robert Young. Robert Young is the owner of One of One. That's a good guy, man. That guy, basically took me in as a, what do you do? I see a lot of people complimenting, who are you? And then he's like, you want to do something here? You want to sell here? So I started selling my brand there, clothing brand. which I still find a little passion in. I love making clothes. I love the art of putting messages in garments, and I plan on making Panda Co. Cookies clothing to celebrate the launch and blah, blah, blah. I'll get that done. But yeah, as of right now, cookies is a really deep passion focus. I'm glad that people are taking a liking to it. I kind of, when I used to make my lyrics, I was making them because I wanted three or four people to absolutely love it. I wanted the people that know everything about rap to love it. The people who know nothing about rap to love it. I want the person who's on the fence to love it. So the rich white guy somewhere, the rich Arabian guy, he doesn't listen to rap, I want him to hear that lyric and say, okay, I don't like rap, but that's good. I want the dude he's a hardcore hip hop head to say, yo, did you hear the new song by the Northern Southerners, Picasso, holy smoke? And I wanted the person that was kind of like, I kind of like it to be pushed. Yes, no, that's tough. And you know, that's how I went. So I kind of take that approach with everything I'm doing, even with the cookies. I want the people I don't really like cookies. They said, and I've had that now. I don't really like cookies. I've given a couple free ones. They said, no, that's a good cookie. I hate cookies, but I'll come back, and they buy every week. And the people who are absolute cookie monsters, they're at all the top bakeries in the nation and abroad. Shout out to Cream London. Shout out to, I did that in my last video. Shout out to Cream London. Shout out to Brookie's Bakehouse. Shout out to Delambre. Shout out to Mo Break. Shout out to Salante Cookies. Shout out to Levain. Shout out to Gideon. Shout out to, I like Last Crumb. Last Crumb, they sell the $200 box of cookies, just 12. But the packaging is, whoop! That's some of the most luxurious packaging in the game. You should go get you some Last Crumb cookies. If you're not getting Panda Co. cookies first, okay? Panda Co., then Last Crumb. But the packaging is, whoop! All right? Anyway, yeah, so I want to be one of the illest bakers in the game. And I'm excited. I wanted to turn out, it was starting to rain. But anyway, basketball was my first love. I played ball for many, many years. High school, varsity, time I was a sophomore. Went to college, scholarship, played with a lot of pros, thought I was gonna go pro. Didn't work out that way, and I'm cool with it. But anyway, I appreciate y'all for rocking with me today's vlog. Hopefully I provided some light on who the Panda Man is, the things I like in the last post. It wasn't clickbait, we were in my guy's Porsche, okay? I like the Porsche brand. I'm an Audi guy, I really like Audis. I've had a few Audis. Yeah, I like Lamborghinis. I'm gonna get a Lambo one day, it's coming. I'm speaking it into existence. I will have, I'm not the SVJ kind of guy, okay? I'm not the SV kind of guy or the S. I'm not an Aventador guy. That's gonna sound crazy. I love them. Don't get me. It's just, I don't know if that's for me. The GT3s are cool. Again, don't know if that's for me. The seats don't recline. Certain things about it, track focused. I don't know if that's for me. You know, I'm more of a Temerario kind of dude. I like new innovations. I like something new that just came, the newest tech, the newest, advancement of something. I want that. People like nostalgic, which is cool. I've not really been a nostalgic kind of guy. I've been like, what's next? I was the kind of guy that would get an album, but I wanted to hear the other songs on the album. People are getting it to hear the 3 songs they hear on the radio all the time. They don't really give much listen to what else is there. I don't want to hear the radio songs. I want to hear what's new. What else do they have? And I'm still kind of like that to this day. I'm kind of more focused forward. What's next? I might, some people hold dear to these certain garments and certain cars, and I don't care. What's next? Oh, lost it? Okay, cool. It's out of my life now. What's next? So I kind of tend to be that way all the time. What's next? And I'm always looking forward to it. But I still keep my eyes on the present and where you came from. But you kind of want to know what's next. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for rocking with me today. A little quick vlog. I'll try to be consistent on this channel to give you more updates and more things going forward. I really don't know how it's going to turn out. I guess you never do. I'm just going to vlog my life, and whatever happens there, happens there. But I'll be in Fredericksburg, Virginia, trying to make $1 zillion from Panda Co. cookies. No. That's a joke. That's a joke. Besides the money, we just want to get everyone to enjoy the cookie. I'm a type of a person that the company can make $100 million, but there's 2 people I found that left negative reviews that said they didn't like the cookie or something bad happened. I want to pull up there. Where are they? Topeka, Kansas? Let's go out there and we're going to personally hand deliver some cookies to these people to make sure they say, okay, now these are good. We just want everyone in unison to enjoy the product, never have a bad experience, be excited about the packaging, but the packaging is whoop! Be excited about the community and love it. That's it. Now I see some messages just pop up on. I'm recording on my iPhone, a really old iPhone. It's a 13. Don't tell nobody. It's an iPhone 13. I'm gonna upgrade in a second. This is the 13. Anyway, yeah. They just said that her boyfriend tried the cookies. She bought some cookies for me last week. I shipped them to her. Her boyfriend and her boyfriend's dad tried the cookies. She said they were amazing. And I was telling her they were amazing. She was kind of like, kind of skeptical. I was like, listen, you're not prepared for these. I tell everyone, you're not prepared for these cookies. But anyway, I'm gonna shoot around a little bit, test my skills, take a jump on camera. This is not scripted. Let's just see what it does. Brick City. Not Brick City. Oh man, I haven't played it so long. The handles are still clean. Let's see if I can make a jump on camera. I gotta make one on camera. There it is. There it is. So you can see it's real. That way you can see that it's real. Anyway, man, shout out to you people. Please subscribe, like, comment. Your boy Panda Man. See y'all next time. Boy, they ain't want no trouble 4 years ago. I like your ass up. Also, too, look at this park. This park is kind of crazy. Look, they even have at this park, they got these little mini basketball goals for the people. Maybe I'll do a little thing about the park one day. I'm gonna walk around the whole trail and I'll give you a little tour of this park. This is one of the illest parks I've seen. This little ninja thing right here is tough. It's like a ninja something. But yeah, here's where I was hooping. Here's the wall. Here's the park. There's a huge trail that goes around it. I want to say the trail is a mile. Could be a mile. But yeah, there's a little pit for the kids. I don't know what this is. It looks like something. Maybe I can't say that on YouTube. I won't say that actually. It looks like a, I don't know, some kind of ring. But they put the kids in it and the kids do whatever in it. Like a chicken coop, minus the coop. Anyway, this thing right here is dope though. I ain't gonna lie. This is like Ninja Warrior type of stuff. They got a canopied thing. But yeah, these little basketball things right here are kind of dope. Where they have many goals for the kids. But anyway, that's this park. It's called Pratt Park, Virginia. If you haven't been, Fredericksburg to be exact. There's a lot of parks like this around here. So anyway, appreciate y'all again, man. Like and subscribe. Holla at your boy.